Howdy, hi, and hello. Welcome to C&C Talks.
Redo it. That sounded like shit.
What?
Howdy, hi, and hello. Welcome
go.
to C&C Talks. We are your hosts. I am Josh's flamingo button-up.
Flamingo butt.
Go ahead.
I'm Krista's yellow bandana.
No.
I had a different
Whatever.
name for my intro.
I'm
Stick
Josh's
with
Mind
it.
Flare shirt.
Hey, Twitter world, it's yours truly, the real OJ32 on Twitter.
Damn.
Hi, I'm the cheese dripping off of Holly's pizza.
Nice.
Oh, I'm like, I thought you were low-key talking about my pizza tattoo because I forgot I was wearing this shirt. I was like, you can't even
I thought
see
she got
that.
pizza and it was just running down her shirt. And I was like,
Hello, I am reincarnated O.J. Simpson. He died. Just so, if anybody didn't know, he died.
Just so we're clear,
He died from cancer.
he died today.
Was it today?
Oh,
Crossed
really?
it today.
I thought it was yesterday.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah, OJ's dead.
Damn.
Wait,
think
is
he
today the
got
10th?
do you think he got reincarnated with
No,
his
it's the
wife?
11th.
You
It
think
was
he, like,
yesterday.
It was yesterday.
Yeah,
you
it
think
was
he gets
yesterday.
to see his wife finally?
Okay.
Okay. I don't want to think about that.
He's probably so excited to see her.
Before people dive into their topics, I got a quick question.
Okay.
Aw.
Did you even? Oh yeah, you were the one that started it.
Do I need to restart it? Do I need to start again? Howdy, hi, and hello.
Hey,
Welcome
Twitter
to
world,
C&C
it's yours
Talks.
truly.
I
I'm
am
Krista's yellow
Krista's
bandana.
hoodie.
No, you're Josh's
Christmas
flamingo
not even
shirt.
wearing a
I looked at you and I said,
Chaos, chaos.
Hang on. Time out. I'm really excited. Can you see my new hoodie?
Made me flinch real hard, and I don't know why.
Come over this table.
I don't know why. Probably because she's a pansy.
Hit us
Like,
with that
'cause
intro one more time.
You made
howdy,
me
hi,
flinch.
and hello. Welcome to C&C Talks. I am your host.
Hey, Twitter world.
Sorry.
It's yours truly.
I have
Start
a feeling
again.
this is gonna be a rough episode.
Howdy, hi, and hello. Welcome to C&C Talks.
OJ's coming back.
Here your
Sounds
host.
like you're about to vomit.
I am Tyler's nose ring.
All right.
I have an actual question before you dive into topics.
Sweet.
What is it?
What is everyone's opinion on Barnes and Nobles?
It's a ripoff.
Oh.
Um.
I like when they do the specialty books.
Mhm.
Like the
Special edition things.
Yeah, like the special edition books.
Like that one I
have,
got you?
Like I have like a
first
like they
edition?
did like a Lovecraft, like all
Yeah.
of his stuff, and they do like a really fancy cover, and it's all gold and fancy and shit.
Mm-hmm.
They also do them for like Bram Stoker's Dracula, like all the classics. I like those. Other than that, I don't really give a fuck.
Is that what my Lovecraft book is?
That's one of them. Yeah.
I have a.
Yeah.
It's like a compilation of his
Yeah,
stories.
yeah, that's what I have.
I mean,
like it.
I
like those.
I feel like in our areas too, we don't really have many options. Like if it's not a fucking library or like
A used bookstore.
yeah, I
or
was gonna say
something.
Bee's
Yeah.
Books. Like our only like bookstores around here are
What?
Barnes and Nobles.
I just picture we're just shit talking and Noah goes, okay, well that was supposed to be our sponsor. You're like thriftbooks.com, baby. It's just an online yard sale.
yeah, dude,
That's
I
where I
love
bought
Yeah.
90% of her shit
Dude,
from.
Thrift Books Online is fucking dope.
I'll talk to
Sponsor.
him. I'll see if I can get it.
Dude,
So-
get us for through Thrift Books. Thrift Books is dope.
No, so I like Barnes
Give
and
me a minute,
Nobles
I'll see
for
if there's
some
a thing.
aspects because it's one of our only fucking options. But I mean, like they have a large like manga selection and shit like that, which a lot of bookstores nowadays don't have.
Yeah, that's true.
So does online now.
Did you see
So
what
does
they
Thrift
did
Books.
for April Fool's Day?
So does Thrift Books.
No.
Barnes and Nobles?
Yeah.
What'd they do?
Nobles
So
or
it's-
Noble?
It's Barnes and Noble.
Okay.
Oh,
And
they added the S.
added an S and posted a picture of it and said, "Here you go, guys. We fixed it."
You know, they're the reason that I
13th reason?
say that wrong. They are my 13th reason. They're my final reason.
That's the
You're putting them in
13th.
your
Hilarious.
note tonight.
The first name going in my note tonight.
Any opinions on Barnes and Nobles?
I've been there twice. It's cool, I guess.
What about Barnes and Chernobyl?
Why?
Now
Noah?
we're talking.
Radioactive.
I feel like I have an addiction for that place. Yeah, I feel like it's
Okay.
a problem.
All right, fill us in.
So, in the past, I collected a
His
lot
tummy
of...
hurts.
Okay, good talk.
I-
Shit on it?
No, I collected a lot of manga books
Yeah.
where I wanted to get a couple, start the series, read them, and then, keep collecting them and just finish the whole series, right?
Yeah.
I have collected many manga books
Yeah.
on this day, and I have not read any one of them. I have probably spent roughly $500+ on these books.
Never
So
opened it.
I am trying to get rid of some manga books.
Oh. Yeah.
You can have Chainsaw Man.
Yes! You wouldn't happen to have fruits baskets, would you?
I do not. So,
about-
I'm assuming it's mostly My Hero.
Blue
No.
Exorcist.
So all I'm getting, I have decided
Black Butler.
I am only getting manga books, just the first book in each series of a show that I've watched.
Okay.
So Fire Force, I only get the first one, and that's it.
That
I
makes
was gonna
sense.
say, were
yeah.
you the person who told me about Fire Force?
Yes,
Okay.
it's a good show. Too much fan service, but still pretty.
Oh,
good.
fuck that.
There's never too much.
There's never enough. I watched
Uh,
High School DxD.
I
and
was
it's
gonna
not
say
enough.
that High School DxD has too fucking much.
It's so good.
Doesn't matter.
It's so good.
Too much.
Okay,
Josh,
Okay.
What was the one? What was the one you were watching?
That one.
No, what was
that
it?
was one.
yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so-
But wait. So the whole reason we looked at each other and laughed was because Josh was just watching an anime, right? Whatever.
Just found it one day and started watching it. I was like 13.
Our mom walks into his room.
Also,
I
That's
hope
not
it was
how it
right
happened.
whenever Kaneko was like crawling on top of him as a cat girl.
You know, it's not like I was jerking off to it or anything.
No.
I was genuinely watching it.
He was just watching it.
Have you ever seen the
think
TikTok
you
of the
remember
kid
saying
who read the thing and it says, it says suggested to have or to watch with parent or guardian because of explicit content. And he goes, okay. And then his dad's like, and Akano is just like, I have to take like the magic out of your body so that it doesn't overpower you. And she just grabs his finger and is like, like sucking on his finger, and he's just like, like the whole time, and he's just like, what am I watching?
Dad had told me I had to watch this with you. So, real quick, what was that word? I'm not a complete weeb. I know, but I need somebody to fill me in so I know what the hell was
Basically,
going
it's
What?
an anime that has a lot of titties in it.
on. Is that what that word, fan, whatever? You
Fan
said?
service.
fan service.
Whenever
service.
there's like big titties
It's
and
so-
like,
Because fans are like, yeah, this game has tits in it. Yes.
Oh, okay.
That's fan service. It's
Oh,
whenever
okay. Gotcha.
developers for shit or writers for anything
Yeah.
just put overly large boobs in something.
Oh, okay. I got you.
And
no
like
reason.
bounce
maybe
butts
sometimes
and
it
like
sexualizes
it's
it.
Skimpy
specifically
outfits
Yes, it's
and-
Yeah.
specifically skimpy outfits too, because there's like I watched through 90%. It's still to this day probably one of my favorite animes. I watched Bleach so many times. I was like, there's no fan service in there. Oh, there's Yoruichi. Never mind. I'm like, she is a ninja that literally wears like a cloth and then like underwear. Like that's all she wears.
Okay. I wasn't sure what that word meant.
Yeah.
So go ahead, continue with your big booby anime.
Oh no, that was it.
You were 13.
Well,
Mom barged in, said, "You're watching titties."
no, it was. I was like, I just finished season 3 of this really cool like devil show. Blah blah blah. My mom was like, "What show?" And I was like, I probably shouldn't tell her this. And then I got grounded because they were like, "What the fuck? You shouldn't be watching this."
You should have just turned around and just been like, Blue Exorcist? Like,
Fucking
I
love
was
that
13. It was like the only anime I've seen
What was
at that time.
What was it?
what?
What was the anime?
High School DxD. Here, hang on.
Don't know what the fuck that is.
Go ahead.
You're
You
about
can
to find
continue.
out. Anyway,
I'm very old, so like mine goes like back to like the original like
Yu Yu
Gundams
Hakusho.
and Yu Yu Hakusho. Like
So I only collect the first of every series that I've watched now, if I can find it. Now I'm trying to delve off of the manga books. So I went to Barnes & Noble's last weekend,
okay.
and we were in Altoona to buy stuff for the apartment, buy stuff, blah, 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 whatever.
Yeah.
I got left alone. So I saw a book. I'm like, oh, that's kind of cool book. It says buy one, get one half off. I'm like, okay. Grabbed it. Seemed cool. I looked at all the other ones on the table. I'm like, I don't like any of these. Oh well. I walk away. I'm alone in Barnes and Noble. I already have an addiction here, which I told my girlfriend I will be fine. I don't need help. So
That's how it all starts.
I think I found a new part of Barnes and Nobles. I really like mystery boxes or just
Oh,
Don't
no.
not
mystery
say that.
things.
Oh my god.
Where's the
Holly's gonna-
closest Barnes and Nobles?
That was-
I'll do
That's what I thought.
So
Cranberry Township.
I saw that on
Just
a
go
wall. A couple books were wrapped in.
Holly did this before.
Blind date with a book.
Yeah.
Holly loves.
I'm
I
like,
bought like
shit.
6 or 7 of them.
Huh. This is interesting. I see one that's fantasy that says like 6 magicians are trying to go to a faction before like all the spaces run out or blah blah blah. I'm like, that seems interesting. Yoink. And I see another one that says sci-fi. Says a man gets lost at Mars and he has to find a way to survive there abandoned. I'm like,
Yeah.
we play a lot of those dark places. Yoink. I go up. I have 3 books in my hands. I'm like, it's not going to be that much, right?
Yeah.
Fucking $60 later.
Holy mother
3
of
books.
God.
2 of them, I didn't know what the fuck were. Just a somewhat synopsis of what it was.
It's like Cat in the Hat.
When I saw how much it was going to cost, I was already there. I could have said, you know what? I'm good. I don't want these. I doubled down and said, give me a bookmark too.
Noah.
Attaboy.
Oh no.
$65 later.
$5 for a bookmark.
Bookmark.
Holy fuck, dude.
It wasn't like a paper bookmark though. It was.
Use a piece of gum. Like fuck it, dude. Holy shit.
So. This is why I can't go down tuna
pages first.
at all
Against
by
that, I would
myself.
That
sign
better
that
be a
first.
high fucking tech bookmark, dude. Like,
That better jack you off at
Yeah,
night.
That better read the book for you.
Better
So-
have
so
LED lights in it.
So this is what the bookmark is. I'm sad to say that.
It's a picture of a big titty anime girl.
No.
But the boobs is jiggling and shaking.
Like googly eyes.
Like googly eyes. Fuck yeah.
So
Yo, this is a business. Think about this, though.
Ferb, I know what
dude,
we're gonna do with
I'm
that.
gonna go bookmarks here.
it is a blue and gold astronaut man
This dude
Okay.
got an Among Us bookmark, and he just can't say it. He doesn't really get it.
with a string connected to it.
Oh, fancy.
$5.
That's fucking it.
Wait, that was your big explanation for your bookmark.
You could have just used a piece of paper, or just
Yeah,
been like,
hang on.
"Oh, I'm on page 69, cool," and shut the book.
No, I'll sell you this bookmark for $5.
I fucking hate
His
myself.
pricing. Oh, that's not it.
I hate
I didn't
myself.
actually
that
crumple
one.
it.
No, it's okay. That one I don't care about.
I hate myself for doubling down. But I can't be by myself at that place anymore.
So I love Barnes and Nobles for their selection of manga there, but one of the biggest things is like the prices. That like it sucks. Like I
It's not
want
terrible.
it's not
But after you
terrible, but
buy 3 books, you're
that's
fucked.
the thing. If I want a
Yeah.
whole collection of manga, I'm
Yeah.
broke for the next 6 years.
Yeah, I mean, but like I said, like the classics though, they're relatively cheap. Like I remember getting like
I feel like their books are decently priced, whereas like their manga is like astronomical sometimes.
yeah.
I'll
I do like the Pokemon manga though. I like it a lot.
I'll be real, Noah. I got something that might make you feel better about $5 bookmark. I accidentally tipped $20 at Jersey Mike's.
Oh my
Because I pulled the
God.
wrong bill out of my wallet, and I was already at the tip
Double
jar.
down.
So I was just like, I'm a good guy, and I put it in the tip jar and walked away.
Wait, you had it in your hand?
Yeah, because I was walking up, and I had a fuck ton of cash in my wallet. It was just singles, 10s, and 20s. I thought I pulled a 10, saw it was a 20, and was like, I'm already here. I'm at the tip jar. I can't just put it back in and pull out another one. Fuck it.
No, I would have said fuck it.
We went somewhere one time, and it was whenever I was making real good money in Pittsburgh. How much did I tip that person for like a normal meal? Wasn't it like $50?
Something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was halfway to my goal. I want to be comfortable enough one day with money to be able to tip people $100 if they're really good and they deserve it.
Let me tell you something wild. So I was a bartender when I was in state college. It's college town. My job was the easiest motherfucking shit ever. It was, you want this beer? Sure. Crack it open for him. That was like it. I had one old dude who would come in, sit at the very end of the bar. He would order one, I want to say it was like rum and coke. Very simple drink to make. Like, literally took 2 seconds of my time. That man would tip me $100 every time he came in. Every single time. And he only ever got one drink, stayed and finished it, and then would leave. And he'd leave me a $100 tip every time. I'm like, God damn. And then I'd have, like, frat boys who would, like, fucking tip me $1 and be like, there you go. Can I get your number? I'm like, bro, you're gonna tip me a fucking $1? I know you're broke. No.
My dad, every time he goes to tip somebody, if you leave him more than $2, he goes, we ain't putting them through college. And it's like, Dad, $2 was like an acceptable tip, like, in the 90s.
In the 50s
Yeah,
when
yeah.
you were
You know?
born.
I'm like, at least slip her a $5. And he's like, a $5?
We secretly tip people. Like, we'll wait for
Yeah.
Jeff to get up from the table and then leave the tip, so
Yeah.
he doesn't
Only
say
leave, like,
anything.
Just so you
like
don't
a
have to
$6
worry
to
about
$10 tip. That's the way he's not
Yeah.
over
Like,
there.
I don't want the waitress to ever hear him say that, so
Yeah.
just we'll leave
Okay.
the tip after.
That's hilarious.
So while Noah's writing away, I do have a question. It's just a little jokey question, so it'll be quick too before we get into like the real topic here.
Everybody go around and say something that they love about everybody.
Nope, that ain't never happening ever again.
One just little question, just a joke.
I regretted it as soon as I said it too. I hope you cut that out of the episode too, so no one will ever hear it.
No, we're definitely hearing Holly cry.
You have no
We're
proof.
hearing all
You
of
have no proof.
It'll be its own episode.
Except for fuck you, no one. Nobody ever makes me cry.
Okay. You can fight one fictional character. Who is it and why?
Would we win no matter what, or is
No, I'm just gonna say you are only fist fighting. There's no weapons involved. You are fist fighting one fictional character.
All Might, because it's an easy way out of this life.
The dad in Full Metal Alchemist that turned his daughter and dog.
Oh,
yeah.
Bastard,
Yeah.
dude.
Yeah.
Damn.
Good answer. Good
Oh,
answer.
yeah.
Okay, I'm not gonna
Good
lie.
answer, Steve. Good answer.
Good answer.
So I got this off of another podcaster. He was just I don't
Wow,
even
we
know.
stealing
It was
shit
just
now.
it was just a clip. I don't even know if it was from his actual podcast, but he was just answering a bunch of stupid questions, and his answer to this was Rosie O'Donnell. To which they then pointed out, that's not a fictional character, that's just a person. He's like, it doesn't fucking matter.
She's a fictional character to some people. At that point, I'm saying Hillary Clinton.
Josh, who's your fictional character?
Queen Elizabeth.
Which one?
Any of them.
Whichever one's fictional.
There is no Tooth Fairy, there is no Easter Bunny, and there is no Queen of England.
No, I don't have anything lined up for this. I can't think of anyone I want to fight.
Let me think.
Man,
I asked
Krista
the question and I
stole.
still don't
Krista
know.
did such a fucking
My
bomb-ass
other
one.
answer was going to be One Punch Man because just take me out. Like,
That's why I
do
said
it.
All Might. A fictional character.
You think you could beat Optimus Prime?
I think I
No.
could beat off
No.
Optimus Prime.
That's about as far as I could go. I could probably do a good job at that.
I don't know. I feel like his piece has got to be massive, though.
Okay, so nobody's gonna get this at all. But I think I would beat up the Eevee brothers in one of the Pokemon
kids?
You!
episodes.
They're
Those
like-
guys suck. Those ritzy fucking
Yeah,
idiots.
and they tried to, and
Yeah.
they would
All
bully.
those Gario wannabes.
Yeah, and they wanted to bully their little brother into transforming his Eevee. I'm like, I'm just gonna beat you all up, you fucking pansies.
I was actually about to say Gary. That was gonna be an actually.
Oh wait, yeah, didn't Gary's the one who left Charmander out in the wild to die?
No, fuck that. That guy.
is
Whoever
it?
that guy was. He was just a no-name.
Oh yeah, fuck that dude. Okay,
Chris?
all right, now I changed my mind.
Check-
Not the Eevee brothers, dude. Okay, so either the guy whoever left fucking Charmander in the middle of the world, in the middle of the thing to die.
Damien.
Yes, Damien.
Fuck Damien.
Or the guy who left Gengar inside the house by himself and told him he would come back, and he fucking didn't after 10 years. And it's Ash's Gengar. Whoever the fuck left Ash's Gengar.
Oh, it just says his trainer.
Fuck.
It doesn't say who it was.
Well, fuck that dude. Yeah, I beat the fuck out of that dude.
I'll be real. I can't really think of any fantasy characters.
I mean, honestly, if I had to choose one person to like actually fight,
Yeah.
oh, okay. Question: when we fight, is it no weapons, just
No
fist
weapons.
fight?
It is
It was
straight,
Holly.
straight fist fight. No
I
weapons
want
or
a
anything.
clarification from the leader.
Oh,
That's all.
okay.
He makes the rules.
All right.
If it was no weapons, and I just get to straight fist fight him,
Yeah,
I would
straight
fight
fist fight.
Giovanni.
Oh.
I'd beat the fuck out of Giovanni. I don't care how big of a dude he is. I'll fuck him up.
I don't think I could fuck up Giovanni.
I don't care.
He mob boss from
fucking
Pallet
2D.
Town, dog. He like.
Yeah, but he's not allowed to use weapons, so I don't give a shit. I don't care who he is.
I still don't think I could take him.
I'll take over Team Rocket. Fuck you. Like,
That's why he wants to beat up Giovanni. Yeah, no, I think personally though I would fuck up the guy who left Charmander on the side of in the middle of the rainforest to die. Yeah, that was fucked.
I'm beating up the Squirtle Squad.
I want their sunglasses.
Why would you beat up the Squirtle Squad?
Because they're obnoxious.
I want their sick ass
Yeah, but
sunglasses.
they're firefighters.
Oh, well, they are now. Sorry,
Yeah.
OG Squirtle Squad when they were still Hellions.
Yeah, they were Hellions, and then after Ash was like, "What the fuck are you doing?" and then Squirtle went with Ash, and then Officer Jenny was like, "Hey, let's do something like fucking,
You're right.
normal." and
You're
then-
right. Never mind. I'm gonna beat up the girl that got turned into that Chimera instead. That little girl that got fused with the dog. I'll beat her up. That'll be an easy win.
Also, check out our Facebook. No, sorry. Check out our YouTube.
Yeah.
Do we
like,
have a
subscribe,
Facebook?
and share.
Huh?
Do we have a Facebook?
Yeah, we do.
Every post you share on Facebook is from the Facebook. I would just like to put that out there.
Didn't know. I also don't follow our Facebook. Didn't know it existed until right now.
We literally share like every post when a new
Yeah, but
episode comes
I
out.
thought Noah just like does that off of his like, his
that's
fucking
Creatures and
home
Cantrips.
page. Wow. Okay.
Noah, what's your
I'll go fuck
fictional
myself.
character that you're whooping their ass and why?
Oh, a character whose ass we could whoop?
I'm just saying, you fist fight.
Just
Just
fight. Yeah, him.
you
doesn't-
can easily pick a
doesn't
character
matter if
whose
it's a
ass you can
child.
whoop.
They,
or
they
not.
can't use their
Fuck them
powers or
kids.
anything like that?
No, it's
No,
just a
I'm
fist
with
fight.
you.
They got
Just-
no powers?
No powers,
Okay,
straight
cool.
fists. And I'm gonna classify if you choose
got
to
it.
fight some sort of Pokemon leader or whatever, they don't get their fucking Pokemon because that's a fucking power.
If it's Deku, I'm gonna be pissed.
I got two things. One of them is Brock with a gun. Wait, who was the one that had the gun?
James.
Dr. Oak? No. Who's the old guy that had the gun in Pokemon? Like an actual gun.
James. Not joking. He pulls that out AK-47 in one of the things.
It wasn't him. It was like an actual, like, fucking Desert Eagle. I don't remember which one. Or
Old guy with gun
In
in
Pokemon.
Pokemon. Kaiser in the
That-
Safari Zone.
all right, that one.
Motherfucker's named after a roll.
The role's named after him.
And the other one is
Holy shit! He points it straight at Ash's face.
yep.
Hang on. I didn't know this was a thing.
I'm Ash from Pallet.
I'm Ash from Pallet Town. I'm gonna be the best Pokemon.
Oh my god.
Oh my god!
Yeah.
That's in the Safari Zone.
Legend of Dratini.
So it's either that guy or I will be going to my hero. I'll be fighting the little pervert boy.
Mineta.
Mineta.
Oh,
Give me that guy.
Fuck.
I don't care.
I would beat the shit out of him.
I'll punt him to the
He's
moon.
so obnoxious. I would stomp him so he'd never be able to come back. Like,
or come.
I would break both of it. He'd be dead. Like, let's put it that way. Are we allowed to get away with murder
Tell yourself.
in this fight?
I'm not
This is a
fish.
fight
Yeah,
to the
I'm gonna
death.
say like you
Sure.
kill
I'm
him.
not a fish.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just
I'm
tell you
going with
that over
I'll
and
kill
over.
him.
You'll,
am a fish.
but you're not.
I kind
Um,
of want to throw hands with Darth Vader, but I'd lose because he got prosthetic limbs.
Just pull him off.
He'd be literally
Yeah.
throwing
Pull
his
him off.
hands.
Yoink.
Wait, pull him off?
Yeah.
Yoink. Yeet.
Who is it?
Darth Vader.
Darth Vader with
that's not
prosthetic
the-
limbs.
That's not the kind of pulling off I thought you meant, but okay.
You know what you could do? Fight,
You like that, you son of a bitch?
fight Lego Darth Vader from Lego Star Wars.
He has 4 hearts. I just have to hit him 4 times and he crumbles.
Dude, you know
It's 8 times. You lose half a heart.
one
Nuh-uh.
person that would
Yeah, don't you?
absolutely
No.
suck to fight? Batman. Because
Oh,
he doesn't have
dude.
powers. He would fuck you up
He'd
so
kick
hard.
my ass.
Dude, he fucks everyone up with no powers.
I feel like I would go for Yugi, no Pharaoh.
You beat up baby Yugi.
I hate how little he is. When like everyone else is just regular, you know,
That's
teens to
fucked.
adults, and then there's Yugi who looks like a fucking 6-year-old, and he's like,
I'd fuck up
"How
Weevil
could you?"
for throwing Exodia in the
throwing
water.
Exodia in the
Dude,
water.
I would have fucking...
I'd throw Exodia in the
I would have
water.
thrown that kid over the boat and then just held him down.
Joey
Like-
Wheeler?
like,
That was
Joey
eating tinfoil.
Wheeler? Who did he say?
No,
don't
no.
eat your hat.
You were
I'm
getting
not-
awfully close there.
Weevil Underwood threw
Oh.
Exodia over the boat.
I thought he
And-
said Wheeler, and I was like,
No, Weevil.
no,
No, Weevil threw the cards into the water, and Joey jumped in, and he was only able to get like 2 of the cards back.
Pokemon, no powers.
Pokemon?
I wanna fuck up Charizard. He can't use any kind of powers, just them stubby little
Fucking
bitch ass arms.
dragon. Mike Tyson's your ears.
So can I backtrack for a second? Back to the Barnes & Noble question.
Oh.
We kind of moved on before I could answer, but it was just this one thing. I like Barnes & Noble. I like that they have more than just books. You can go there for like
Legos, pop
and
figures.
like
Oh, yeah,
bookmarks,
that's true. They got other
business
stuff.
stuff. They have planners, like all that kind of stuff. I hate the way they organize their shelves.
That's because they don't.
Like, just put it in a line and label them at the top. Why does it have to be a fucking maze?
Yeah.
In the fiction section,
Yeah,
and
you're right.
romance is like half here and then half on the other side, and science fiction's over there. Like, none
No.
of that made any sense to me, and it irritates me every single time I'm in there.
And you think for being like a bookstore, you know, it was technically like a library, you think they would do better
Yeah.
at that.
From a retail standpoint, I understand that that's how you get customers to move through the rest of the store.
Yeah,
But
Yeah.
if I'm going there for a specific thing, I don't want to spend 10 minutes looking for it.
And the thing is like that just becomes irritating, and half the time a lot of people overlook it then because then they're like, well, I just can't fucking find it, and then they leave.
Yep.
So then they're leaving with nothing. So is it really good retail business, or are you just losing customers?
And nowadays, there's only one person standing in the center that can help you. And at that time, there's already 5 people in line waiting to ask them a question.
Yep.
One thing I did want to say about Barnes & Nobles too, you have to call that one and see. A lot of them will buy back books. So like some of them only so some of them only do textbooks, but some of them buy back all books. So you'll have to see if the one in Altoona will buy back, because you could just sell your manga back to them.
Dude, I could have so much money to buy more books.
There's
my bookmark
it's
back.
probably no more than 40% of what you bought it for, but I doubt you're going to get a lot of money back for them. When are they going to have fan service for girls?
I got the real
They
one.
do.
They do.
like
Oh, yeah.
what?
There's an entire like gay hockey anime or some shit like
Yeah.
that people fucking love.
JoJo's.
Yuri on Ice.
Yeah,
I watch JoJo.
I do too. I've watched it like 3 times, but still, it doesn't mean it's not gay
Okay,
as
that's
shit.
gay,
Yeah.
but that's not
All
for
right.
women.
Well, I mean, like if
Like,
you just want
reverse
to like
it.
if you just
Well,
want
I
to
mean,
look
if
under
you-
the table, I'll move my shorts to the side.
I mean, also, if you
if
think
that's
about
what you're
it,
looking for.
just watch High School DxD or something. Still fan service for girls if you're into boobs.
Yeah, but what if you're not? What if you want
Krista
a hot
wants
guy
to see some
on screen?
fucking peen.
Watch a fucking gay anime because then they have dudes kissing. And
But
apparently
I
women
don't want
love
it
that.
to be gay.
She wants it to be straight,
Not-
large
that's-
peen.
It's okay, but like,
Hang on.
She wants to see some bulbs.
Hot, sweaty guys,
Female.
anime books.
2 men kissing.
Too bad.
No, she doesn't want it to be gay.
Oh.
yeah, I want straight
Okay.
2 straight men
fan
kissing.
service for
Anime,
women.
anime with male fan service. Free.
I think
Haiku.
Haikyuu is not.
Yeah,
male
it is.
fan service.
Yes, it is.
It has some nice eye candy on there.
JoJo's Bizarre Adventure.
Damn.
Fairy Tale. I don't get that one as much.
Yes.
But
not
it
so.
does.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then
There's also Gray. Don't forget him.
I think this is that basketball one. It's
Kuriko's basketball.
Kuroko no basket.
Oh yeah, that's Kuriko's basketball.
Okay, that's
Is
what
it
I
Sounds like they're
haiku,
losing a lot if
but
they're not
it's
getting any
basketball?
baskets.
Yes, but
It's interesting how
oh,
many.
it's such a good anime.
I'm
It
gonna
is
watch
a
it.
movie.
That's the one Ding's been
I
trying to get me to watch
loved
for so long.
It's
Haiku
very
was-
interesting
Haiku
how
was
many of
so
these
good.
Noah is so excited for, and how many he knows has hot men in it.
Huh?
Yeah, Noah's not.
A little interesting how
it was weird that Noah mentioned like half that list before he even pulled it up.
Half that list, and then he's giving the names of the hot men in them.
He's like,
It's
here's
not
their
just like,
ding
oh yeah, that
dongs.
one's good. Like, have you seen Gray in that?
Here's their ding dongs. Here's their sizes.
Gray is also always shirtless.
Have you ever watched Haiku?
It's so good.
It's a volleyball anime.
I used to have to write them
So-
in English.
Oh, I've heard of that.
It is like I was watching it and I'm like, you know when I'm really into something because I do the same exact thing every time. You're already laughing because you know what it is. So I was like, I don't give a fuck about volleyball. I hate volleyball. Why would I watch this show? The character development in it is so good. And I, at one point, got up on my couch and was standing screaming at the TV. And I'm like, I'm
The whole
screaming at Kageyama, like, fucking beat him! Like, just yes! And I'm just
Literally standing on the couch yelling at the screen while we're watching this.
just screaming.
It was awesome.
It's so good. I know
so
you're
good.
looking like, like,
Okay, so I'm just gonna. So Holly like reads those books and watches those types of shows, like
What?
well, like you know what I mean, like those things, right?
I'm not sure what you mean.
so,
Like, I
all,
read
all,
mangas.
all-
are you saying
yeah, but-
anime or fan service?
No, like her, like the anime stuff,
Yeah.
right? And it's always we talked about it today. How it's always like basically like a love circle or like a love triangle
Yeah.
or like it's some sort of love story.
Not all of them,
Harem?
Yeah.
It's not.
But,
It's like a
like-
slice of life. I think.
Ah, gotcha.
though.
like,
Not
okay,
always. My
so-
favorite anime is fucking Steins Gate.
I know, but I'm just saying, like, those drive me insane. I can't.
Why?
It's so fucking boring. Jesus Christ! I'm sorry. If you can write a book about anything, right? Like you have the ability to write a book,
Yeah.
right? You can pick anything in the world. Why the fuck are you picking a relationship? Fuck that shit. To write about something cool. Like, nobody fucking gives a fuck if you fell in love with some douchebag. Don't give a fuck.
So-
like, I don't give a fuck.
I'm gonna say I agree. I will say that.
I hate
don't
it.
know. Some
I
of
think
them-
it's so
I'm like,
horrible.
if I watch an anime and I feel like I'm watching Days of Our Lives, I'm like, this is not for me.
See, but and you
I
know
hate
what?
Slice of
What
life
I
animes.
hate though is
It's so
animes that are just
irritating.
it's just fighting. That's
Yeah,
it.
Yeah.
That's like
that's
the
cool.
whole
See, that's
fucking
what I
point
want.
of
That's
it.
cool.
Yeah, no,
I need
I
something
want-
it
else.
doesn't
getting
keep my
giant
attention. I'm
Mexican
like,
fight.
okay,
More
cool.
substance.
Yeah, I'm like, okay, cool.
I'm sorry, but a love story is not substance to me
there-
at all.
There are good animes
Like-
out there that have both, where it's like,
Yeah.
oh, you know, here's this little side story happening, and then there are giant fucking mechs flying through
Sword Art
space
Online?
killing
like,
men.
shit like that, I'm fine with. I just don't
I'll
want it
give
to
you
be
that.
like just.
But
give
but
you
see
that.
there's something other
SAO.
than just the love story.
Yeah.
There's like
Yeah.
background
SAO
shit
is
happening. I
very
don't
much
like the
a good
animes that is
balance.
just a love story.
I don't
Yeah.
either.
Where there's
Sword
like
Art-
I'm not
literally.
watching
I think
ones that
you
are
would
just love
you would
stories.
like that.
Sword Art
Like,
Online.
Yeah.
Yep.
I've watched
Half
it all.
the-
Yeah.
half
I've even
the,
watched the second season. That's not Sword Art Online. Whatever the fuck happened.
Fucking
Yeah.
sucks.
Gun Gale.
Gun Gale.
That's such a good anime.
I cosplayed
Wait.
Sinon.
No,
Time out.
it's not.
yeah, it is.
That's poopy.
Cosplayed Sinon.
The second part.
Yeah,
of
the second
Sword Art
part's
Online.
horrible. Was it the gun one where he had the lightsabers?
Send me a
Or was it
picture.
the Alpine? Were they like
No.
fairies?
Yes.
Oh, that's still the first season. It's just like a second arc.
Yeah, I don't like that at all.
There's a second like
I
show.
wanted to shit on that part.
I hated that as well. There's a second one. It's SAO2,
yeah.
and it's called GGO. It's Gun Gale Online.
Yeah, I've watched that one too.
I watched part of it, and I was like, "This sucks so fucking bad."
I got
Long.
6 episodes
Shouldn't
in,
have
and
been
I
his
was
hand down.
like, I'm done.
You made it further than I did.
And I shut it off. And I was like, fuck that.
I will say the first arc, like when they're actually in the nerve gear and stuff.
Yeah.
That and they're like trapped in it, not
Yeah.
when he goes back in, but like when they're trapped in it. That's
Yeah.
why my dog's name is Asuna, and my
Yeah.
cat's name was Yui
Yeah.
because her name was supposed to be Kirito
Yeah.
instead of Kirito, but I just was like, yeah, I'm the same way. I'm like, fuck that.
Yeah,
I hate
it was like I said, and that was like they had the relationship thing going on, but the aspect of everything else was cool. So
Yeah.
like it kept my attention, but if it's literally just a fucking relationship,
Like
That's
your
what I'm
love
saying.
story.
That's what I'm saying is like the ones that I watch or the things that I read, they're not
What's
all
that?
just love stories.
they're like 90% love stories.
No, a lot of them aren't.
Tyler just doesn't watch past the
so
love
hard
story
on that
part.
fucking costume.
Oh yeah, you're Xenon.
Yeah.
I forgot about that. I wore that wig not that long ago.
Xenon?
Xenon.
Oh, I thought you said Xenon.
Alfheim. I think
Okay.
that was from.
Is that like the
Wait,
sister
which
of
one's
Freon?
Krista?
All the way to the right.
I've never
Xenon?
watched this
Oh,
anime. I
okay.
don't.
Oh, there's naked people. Oh, okay, she fixed it.
Good grief, he's naked.
I just saw Krista's kitty toe.
I was like,
All right.
We also cosplayed the same group. We
That's on my
also
phone, not hers.
cosplayed Sailor Moon for the masquerade
I
ball.
remember that one.
that is
And
one.
then
I kind of wish they would remake Sailor Moon with like more modern, because like
What?
I tried
Why'd you put
watching
me on?
Sailor Moon not that long ago just to
Yeah.
like see what it was like, and I'm like, this sucks so horribly. I'm like, I understand back in the time it was good.
Yeah,
it's like
yeah.
okay, original Pokemon. Like
It was the same storyline every episode.
yeah,
Yeah,
it
yeah.
was the same thing.
Yeah,
Yep.
I have to
No,
say,
you're 100% right.
I think it's because I did try to watch it later.
What? Sailor Moon?
I fucking hate Sailor Moon.
Nice.
What character do you guys think you could cosplay from an anime?
Oh.
Coach Boomer.
That's not an anime, you fucking
I'll
dick.
make it an anime.
No.
Sidekick.
Listen, now that Go-Go Loser is out, can I say Power Rangers technically now?
Sure.
Since now there's a Power Ranger anime.
Why not? There is.
Why not?
Yeah, it's called Go-Go Loser Ranger, and it is fucking gory and bloody. Let me.
Spoilers?
I'll pull up just the
See-
like an image
see,
of it.
My problem is I have a hard time like with my facial hair because I never want to remove my facial hair because I look like a fat child underneath of this,
Masked character.
right? That's
Wear a
that's
helmet.
true. Yeah,
Or-
that's true.
Go Viking with
So
it.
so I know, but like it's hard because like the anime characters that I would want to play
Let me find.
like don't have facial hair.
I'm gonna say something about
there?
myself that kind of sucks. I refuse to cosplay a character that is skinny because I'm not at all. Krista gives me so much shit for it. People give me shit for it. I refuse to do it. I don't feel right. I don't. It just. I can't do it.
I think that's like the thing
I-
with my facial hair. I don't want to cosplay a character like who has no facial hair and I
Yeah.
have facial hair. I feel like it just screws with the aspect of things.
Yeah.
So I put half of it together. I have to get the rest of it done. I just didn't. I ran out of money whenever I was doing it. This isn't technically an anime, but I will show you who.
We'll say like TV shows and stuff like that too. Just what character could you
Coach
cosplay?
Boomer.
Yeah, See, that works.
Boomer.
No, you're gonna find this one cool. I cosplayed steampunk Catwoman, and
Oh,
my
yeah, it was pretty
friend
cool.
Danielle, her fucking costume was amazing. She was steampunk Poison Ivy.
I cosplayed. I have very few that I have cosplayed as. I was Raven from Teen Titans.
You were
I
Poison
wanna-
Ivy.
I would
I
have
wanna
been
do
fucking
that again.
drooling.
I wanna
Don't
do
do it
that
around
again.
me. Don't do it around me because I will lose all respect.
I was Poison Ivy.
Yep. Fucking left me.
Matthew Lillard.
Who gives a shit?
Bro, I would have abandoned my mother on her birthday for
Oh, I
Matthew
know.
Lillard.
I know.
And then I was Haruhi from Ouran Host Club.
What
As soon as Holly
group?
goes, sorry, this
What
just hit me.
group cosplay are we going for next?
Okay, I was just gonna say this, right? I think that we should all go as ponytas and rapidashes, and one person's the front and one person's the back.
God damn it.
So one person's the ass, and then the other person is the front.
Nah, I'm good.
I'm taking the front. Fuck you.
What the fuck? We could do Gyarados as one of those giant
No.
Chinese dragons.
If we do
Oh, that would
Pokemon,
actually be kind of cool.
And you can.
I'm
you can
going
fit,
as
like,
James, and I'm doing Team Rocket.
I'm going as
I
Jesse.
said that. No, I said that when we were going. I said he should be James. I could be fucking Jesse, and then he would be Meowth.
That was my idea, fucker.
Wait, whoa, wait. We need to find something for you.
Wobbuffet.
No.
Wait a fucking
No.
Yes,
No, I'm-
yes.
So, what I'm thinking is, either James, whatever.
My hair's
Jesse,
short now, which sucks ass. It was better when my hair was long.
Don't
No,
worry, it'll
wait.
grow before we get there.
So, Jesse has big boobs. You, Jesse, you could be. What's the other one that's
Misty.
Jesse and James counterparts? They're like the real asshole. They're like assholes to Jesse and James, the other Rocket members.
She has blonde hair, and the other guy has black hair.
Cody's gonna like this one. We all goes the Abyss Watchers, guys.
Fuck!
I don't know.
That
what
would be
that
so
is.
easy too.
They all look identical. It's the boss fight is you take them all down, and then one of them stands back up and starts kicking your ass again. But they're just a group of people who all kill each other, and they all look identical.
Image loading right
Hear
now.
me out. The
I
Care
could pull off
Bears.
Abyss Watcher, I feel.
Dibs on being the lion.
Our Care Bears of our choices.
Oh, yes.
Fuck our Care Bears.
I saw something the other day that I thought of you,
Uh-oh.
and
I'm
I
scared.
didn't save it, and I'm super upset.
Oh, no.
I will try to find it later, but it is a Teletubby picture.
I
And
hate
the one is
Teletubbies.
like this, like with its hands on its chest, and it has like the anime like guy face on him, like melted in, and he's got his head back like this, and it's the one that goes up and has a circle, and the other one has like the
Oh.
dick thing, and it's like going through, and he's like, and it just reminded me of you.
I was not allowed to watch
fucking hate
Teletubbies as a
the
child.
Teletubbies.
Hated the baby
I
son.
don't think I was either.
I wasn't allowed to watch
the baby son
Teletubbies.
was so bad.
I wasn't allowed to watch Barney. I wasn't allowed to watch, like, my mom thought those shows talked down to children, and she's like, no, you're gonna watch fucking shows where they talk to you like you're a fucking person, not like you're stupid.
Yeah, that's our job.
My mom told me that I cried to Teletubbies. She said, anytime they say goodbye, like,
That's the Abyss Watchers.
yeah.
They also have a fucking awesome theme, by the way. Not the Teletubbies,
That's
the Abyss
really
Watchers.
sad.
We could all group cosplay Transformers, dude.
Each
Dibs
of
on
us is a
Bumblebee.
different part of Optimus
But I
Prime.
want the costume where you like get on the ground and it
And
like
you
Oh,
are a
yeah.
car
Yeah, the little
transforms.
kids.
Yeah.
Yeah, the little
I fucking
kids.
love those.
Designs.
Yeah.
They always do them.
There's whole fucking schematics on how to make those out of cardboard and shit.
I'm gonna be Optimus Prime, but I turn into like the full semi truck.
Yeah.
I am Optimus Prime. And I send this semi truck to any surviving Autobots. Taking refuge among the stars.
All right, Tyler. Your
You got a
topic.
topic?
Hit us with the
Okay.
real topic of tonight that probably will be the only part not cut out of this podcast.
Exactly. All right.
That's what happened last time.
Apparently, I'm going as Kermit, and you're going to be Miss Piggy.
Kermit the Frog.
Tyler.
I'm too weak to
I made that
flip
joke
this
once,
table.
and she was
Oh.
highly upset.
You know,
You constantly call me a pig.
Please, Tyler, please. Get us out of
no,
here.
we could do a group
Get us
costume. Group costume as the Muppets, and then you can go as Fozzie Bear and do. Waka waka!
Get out of here. I'm in purgatory. Tyler, please.
Heidi, how, and hello.
One must
We're back there.
One must imagine.
Okay, what's your question? What's your question?
Okay. Tyler, what's your topic?
Okay, sorry. Howdy, hi, and hello.
Let God strike me down, please.
Hey,
It's me.
Tonight's
No such thing.
playing God.
Tonight's topic is, if you could live in a different time period, what would it be and why? And then, when you're living in that time period, what do you think your occupation would be?
Josh, don't you fucking dare go anywhere near anything that deals with anything that we've been saying. This podcast would never see the light of day.
No, you know, I got a good one.
Cut that out, please.
No, I'm only putting in your shit.
Okay, Noah, can I go
Okay.
first?
Yes, please.
Okay, I'm gonna get us out of here. I'm gonna put us in our little car. I'm gonna drive us somewhere that, So if I was to choose to live in a different time period and choose an occupation, I would love to live in ancient Egypt and be a tomb raider as my
Lara Croft.
occupation.
Why would you want to raid tombs?
I've always wanted to be a grave robber, and to me that would be the perfect opportune time because the shit is like just out in the open.
Could you do me a favor?
Wouldn't you want not ancient Egypt?
Well,
Because then that's like fresh.
yeah, I know, but I really want to steal some like mummies and shit.
Okay.
Hey,
Like, I want to go in
Cracked
and
out that
steal
you
like
worried about, don't worry.
jars full of livers and like I want to steal like gold chariots and yeah. No, I'm definitely doing ancient Egypt.
okay. If you
being
go
a
back to
tomb
that
raider.
time, can you please come back and let us know how the pyramids were?
Yeah.
Oh,
For sure.
yeah. I come back. It was definitely aliens.
Would the tombs, but
100% aliens.
Would the tombs, but would it?
Would
Would the tombs would? Would the tombs?
Reset.
I'm gonna have to kick all your ass.
Breathe.
I've stuttered too many times.
Breathe. Deep breath. Deep breath.
Would the tombs though?
No, that's not even. Would the tombs
Have.
been guarded back then, though?
Yes.
I think so.
Yeah.
Many fucking syllables.
Yeah.
Were the tombs guarded back then? You didn't have to. Were the tombs guard the?
No, I had to break it down that way because my brain was frying.
They would be. So
Do you
maybe
think you could do it with?
I
Like
think that
this
would
is
be
like
fun
you
because
now back in that time. Do
yeah,
you
because
think
like
you could
I would
get past that?
I would dress up like a guard.
Just want to throw this out there.
Just never gets out again.
That's
I
funny.
I do want you to think of this part.
Yeah. It's
If
like an
you're gonna
Ocean's
be-
11 movie is what I'm picturing that I got to do. I'm pretty excited
never
about
seen
it.
My only thing is, it's like you're here laughing about it and joking about it and stuff,
Yeah.
but you got to realize with ancient Egypt, it's not like they throw you in jail.
Well, yeah, I'm
If
dying.
you get caught one time, you're fucking dead. You're dead. You're getting eaten alive by whatever they're gonna feed you to.
Alligator, lion, something like that.
Snake pit.
Beetles.
Yeah,
Anubis is
snake
going to look at
pits.
you and go, "You're not supposed to be here."
I know, but I really wish.
It's a hill you die on.
Yeah, that's a hill I would die on.
So
Like
okay.
if I come running out with fucking Ramsey's head on a pike and like I'd
Can
be
I-
like, hell
can I
yes.
slightly alter your question?
Okay.
Just like a condition of it.
Okay.
If you get killed, you just like wake up from a dream and you wake up back in your real time.
I
So
got
that
nothing to
way,
lose.
it's like you take any risk you want and you just see how
okay.
it goes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
So-
almost like you're putting on like a virtual headset and you're like, okay,
Yeah.
I'm an actual grave robber now.
Yeah.
Let's do this. That way we don't
Yeah.
get into the technicalities of like, oh well, you're probably gonna die within 10 minutes. Like,
See, I would either be like a tomb raider in ancient Egypt, or I would like live during the like the Renaissance, not the Renaissance period.
Medieval time,
No, like farther, like more farther in the future.
prehistoric.
No, in the
Farther.
future.
Forward, not backwards.
Like
Sorry,
like
Cretaceous
like whenever
Pleistocene.
basically like
What are you trying to say here?
The world hasn't been created yet.
yeah, like a Victorian
The
era.
Big Bang.
like Jack. So I always think of it like I always tell people I'm like, instead of using Victorian era, I always say like Jack the Ripper style stuff.
Yeah, exactly. Like during that time
Like
period.
old London.
Yes, like old London would be a really
He
cool
would be
time
Jack the
period.
Ripper?
No, I would also I would be a grave robber during that time period too, because that's
okay.
whenever like all your like valuables were, buried with you.
Yeah.
When did Egypt like fall?
It's still there, I'm pretty sure.
Oh yeah.
So so
I
Tyler
would want to
asked
be
me.
a grave robber right after that.
Yeah.
Tyler asked me this question earlier, and I said, I think I would like to do like Victorian era sorta, because like the big dresses and stuff, like Renaissance period, the big dresses. I would just love to fucking wear one of those.
Well, that's two different periods. Like So like the Renaissance period and
I meant Renaissance, not. I realized my mistake and I fixed it.
Well, I think you're still right though. The Victorian era, they still had like
yeah, Victorian era, they did have
Big
the big
dresses
poofy
and
dresses.
stuff.
They
I
went
just,
to like balls
Yeah,
and
I
that
want
sort
the
of
big
thing.
fucking poofy dresses sort of shit. And then Tyler looked at me, he's like, yeah, what occupation would you have? And I'm like, nothing, because I wasn't allowed to. Like, I don't get a choice.
You fellas.
what was it? What was it that comedian talked about? That girl that you watch? Remember, she was like, all these people who are like empowering women. It's like, fuck all of you, because I remember
gotta
when
get a job, and now I gotta blah,
yeah,
blah.
it's like
I
before
could've
all
been
we
at home.
used to have to do was be super dramatic and then faint every now and then, and people would even pull up a stool for you with a pillow that you could faint on, like. And she was like, "Fuck all these people trying to give women rights." Like,
I mean, that is a really good point.
And
dude,
I
it
go
was
on
so
a rant
funny.
like that, and it gets cut from the podcast.
I haven't even gotten to it yet. I'm scared to go there.
No, I would say Renaissance
Give it to me.
era, just because I would love to wear one of them big bougie dresses and go to like a fucking ball and shit. I don't know.
Yo.
That seems fun. My other option was the 70s, and my occupation would be groupie.
Y'all are being real fucking lame with it too. Like,
You gonna
I
go
want.
fucking noir?
No,
Cop?
I mean that is a good one, but you guys are like, oh, I want to wear a ball gown and go to a ball. You could do that these days. You could be a groupie
Not-
these days.
Okay, I can't wear the kind of ball gowns they had back then
You can,
unless
though.
I'm
You
dropping
could make that. You could make
buku
that.
bucks. I can make that. I don't know how to work a sewing machine.
I'm going back to tussle with cavemen and dinosaurs, dude.
Oh, okay.
Monkey person going, ooh, me grug, me built, me fire, dinos big, and then I just fucking slap him. I throw hands.
You think you could beat a caveman?
Yes.
Josh, out of curiosity,
He don't
what
know the moves
color
I
is a
know,
monkey
dude.
person.
Color.
What did you say, Josh?
They're not any color. They're a monkey person.
any color.
Specifically caveman, not just a monkey person.
See, I thought Cody would go like dinosaur era, because that's like
So what would your
Hunter's dream. He gets to
But I was
go
gonna
back
say,
to
but-
I don't have the rifle that I have now. No.
true
But
big
Josh,
game.
what would your profession be if as being a monkey person?
He's not a monkey person.
I'm not.
He's
Oh.
He's
going
one bringing
back.
fire.
Yeah, I'm throwing hands with them, dude.
Oh,
He wants to
okay.
go back to
I'm just a fucking
fisticuffs.
wrestler. They don't know the moves I know. They go, club. They don't know the drop kick like I do. They ain't learned that shit yet. They don't have that technology. I know elbow drop. They haven't learned that move.
They didn't even learn to run yet.
They're level 1.
Running wasn't invented yet.
Yeah. Nah, either that or I would do like detective noir shit where I wear the coat and get called a dick all the time.
Like
Like an
1920s,
LA noir.
like
Beat it, toots. These streets ain't for you.
what do I look like? A Mary? Of course I want cigarettes on my sandwich.
Give me the ashes, please.
Oh, the baby's crying. Just put a cigarette in its mouth. It's fine.
Put a cigarette out on its brain.
Jesus Christ.
Did you touch your soft spot? That's how you restart those.
The doctor said to massage it. Twice daily.
What would yours be?
So I have two. My first one would be like 500 years in the future.
Oh shit! Okay.
This is assuming that we
I
don't
didn't
all
think
nuke
about
ourselves.
That's a
And this
pretty
is
low
like
chance
the
at this point.
continuous advancement of technology, because I feel like at that point we would be on other planets.
Oh yeah.
So I would
Oh,
like
no.
to see how that
oh,
ends up.
500 years. Yeah.
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 500.
5 years in the future.
5 years in the future, we're fucking going to the moon.
And then my other one would be the peak of like Native American society.
Do we get to know about the history of that time when we go back?
Yeah. Sure, why not?
Like, know what we know now?
Yeah, I'd say
Sure,
it's like
yeah,
you're
why not?
taking yourself now,
Like time travel.
and you get
Yeah.
to pick
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
I
like
got
the
you.
year.
So real quick, what would your occupation be in the future? I don't know if you said it or
future, she's fucking 500 years from the past.
I don't know.
That's her
Probably,
occupation.
like-
In the future, 500 years from now, she'd be like 700 pounds because none of us are going to have to move or do
Yeah.
anything to survive.
Wall-E.
because of
yeah, I
this
was gonna say
Neuralink and
Wally.
stuff.
Yeah.
You'll just be like
She'll be.
700
I'm
pounds
just a
laying on a
consciousness at that point.
yeah.
They just
You'll
put
be in a
people's-
hospital bed with an IV drip, and you'll have Neuralink on, and you'll be able to communicate and do anything you want in
Yeah.
your head.
That's the thing.
But what do you
She's-
think
Her
you-
occupation is being skinny because she's going now
fitness
into the
instructor.
future. She's going where all the fatties are but she is skinny.
It does kind of
Hey,
scare
at
me
least
for
you
the
could
future.
get like nobody could do anything because you could get away from everybody. You can run faster than anyone, even
Unless
with
they
your fucked
have
up
more
hip.
robots.
Yeah, I was gonna say if they have robot cops, like you're kind of screwed.
But what if it's the opposite? Like, what if they like perfect
They made the world
genome
better.
testing and like
Oh,
you are
so like everybody
did
is
anybody
now
ever
like
read
super
the books in high
fucking-
school? They're called Uglies and Pretties.
Yeah.
It was like a series, just like that. So it's a
Okay.
society where you're like born normal, whatever, and then at a certain age in like puberty or whatever in that time, they send you through like plastic surgery
Oh, okay.
to introduce you into like society, perfect society, but you're like perfect, you have a career set up, you're like on the path, and yeah, it's
Oh, okay.
that was
Perfectly
such a
That,
good
I mean,
series.
that could happen. Like it doesn't mean that our world has to tank somewhere. I mean,
Right.
eventually we have to hit an upswing, right, guys?
Right, yeah.
One of these times.
I think we're on a downswing right now.
Yeah.
We're constantly on an upswing.
We can
because
only
of,
go up from here.
like technology and stuff. Technically, is always advancing. It's like
Yeah.
what people say. There's no better time to be alive than now.
Yeah. I saw reports that somebody just found a faster internet.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
I just saw that too.
yeah.
They just found a fucking planet that mimics fucking ours, basically.
I wish I could see into the future 1 billion years
Why?
because I want to know if
If we're there or not.
I want to know if what is it called, the superheat?
Supernova.
Heat death of the universe.
Yes, heat death of the universe. That's it. They say that with an ever expanding universe, it's like, what is it? All the stars and stuff. It's like it becomes a point where it's like it's ever expanding, and you're getting all this heat from the stars and like all these things that are coming up from expanding space. And they say in 1 billion years, like it'll like basically just
Like,
become
nuke
so
the
hot,
universe.
it'll nuke everything in the universe.
Gas leak in
But
the universe.
it's so far in the future. It's like a massive theory that they've been studying. Me, Wolf, and Drew and Dukes just had a huge conversation about it at work yesterday.
And then Earth explodes.
Because they have,
And that's the Big Bang.
because that's the whole thing about
And it
humans.
starts all over again.
So, you know how they link humans to like primates and like stuff like that, like all
Monkey
kinds of
people.
shit
Yeah,
like
when
that.
they make up that shit.
Yeah, like monkey people and stuff. So they try to talk, like they talk about that, but there's always like blurry parts, like when these changes took effect and like all
Yep.
that stuff. There's a theory that the only thing that's missing is the confirmation, but everything else makes sense. There are people who believe and are studying the concept that we were brought to this world by an alien species. We are aliens to Earth itself. Humanity is aliens to Earth itself. We were placed on this Earth, and they were like, survive. And the thing is like, you look through tons of religions, all kinds of stuff. The reason people started linking this is because they looked back in the Bible and in several other religious texts, and like, I believe it's Noah, like during Noah's Ark.
Oh, good job.
What
I
do
believe
you
it was
know?
What did I
Noah.
do?
He describes this like great light in the sky and like this like vessel and like all kinds
Yeah.
of stuff. And people looked at it and was like, sounds like he's talking about a UFO. And then all of a sudden they're like, oh shit. And they started digging through all this stuff and it expanded. And they're like, fuck, there's so much stuff that relates to like alien activity. And
Right.
the thing is like, obviously a Bible, I don't care who believes in what.
Yeah.
Everything is only a translation.
Yeah, absolutely.
So
What were you pointing at me for?
The thing is, the number one thing about anything translation, I mean, think of reading a book. You read a paragraph in a book. If I read it one way, I could be like, that person's a dick. You could read it and be like, I see where this... It's all about perspective and your...
Viewpoint.
Intention.
Opinion.
Nope, keep going.
Reality?
Keep going.
Mindset.
Your...
Viewpoints.
Understanding.
Morals?
No, it's like how
Comprehension.
you...
Perceive.
Kind of.
Perception.
Perception is close, but
Penis
that's not
holder.
quite the right word.
Insight.
I'm not gonna lie, I forgot what we're guessing. I'm just saying words.
That's fine. You were the closest, and you just guessed. it's all about how you interpret it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
interpretation.
Yeah.
So like you can interpret you can interpret the Bible
A million different ways.
a million different ways.
Yep.
Same with every other religious text.
Yep.
Everything. And I'm like, that is such a fucking wild concept that we might not be from Earth.
Well, see, they actually have genetic DNA that there was two different versions of human beings brought up, right?
And one
like
turned
we
into
all
a banana.
no, what the fuck? What the fuck was I even saying? Jesus Christ.
Tyler,
DNA.
while you're thinking.
Yeah, okay, so what happened is so you know how like we have the evolution line, right? We have like Neanderthals and like it goes on and on and on, right? So there's obviously like a branch where we begin to split off from like our primal ancestors into modern day humans. They have DNA that proves that our DNA split, and there's a line of DNA that doesn't match anything else. And they believe that's from what they call that's the Anunnaki bloodline. And the Anunnakis were a race of human beings that had elongated skulls. They had much larger eyes. They were extremely pale, and were like said to be like come down on a comet that hit.
I did hear about that.
That hit Earth, and then they bred with our versions of human beings on Earth because we're so close, but we're not exactly the same. And so there's actually like half of the world's population actually has an Anunnaki bloodline, and the rest of us have a primal human being bloodline.
That freaks me out too.
That's why I
That
got such
freaks
a
me
big
out.
head.
See, it just freaks me out.
And they
because
actually
I sit
have
there,
like DNA proof that exists.
You realize what the problem is with the human condition on that? If that ever comes out to be true,
Yeah.
it'll be like black and white.
Oh yeah, 100%.
It'll be everybody
'cause you
who
would
doesn't
be-
have that
It'll be
bloodline
the
will be
new
low
minority,
class.
yeah.
Yep.
Like it'll just basically be like the 1800 or 17 and
Yep.
1800s and stuff all over again. But
Or
it's
it'd
just
be
gonna
like
be
the,
with
the Dr. Seuss, like you got a star on your belly and you fucking don't.
Yeah.
Like
What were you gonna say?
We technically already have quote unquote evidence that Krista showed us. That she sent us through the group chat. We have even though the government already said aliens exist,
Yeah.
no one gave a shit. But I watched a video. Yeah, maybe
What was the video?
it looked like a UFO was shooting like through
Oh
the
yeah,
sky
Yeah.
Okay. now I
during
know.
the eclipse.
Yep.
yeah.
And people were like, "What the fuck was that?"
And I even said that because I'm like, the eclipse, everybody over here like, oh my God, the sun. And I'm like, what about all the fucking spaceships that just fucking crash landed in our oceans and they're just like, haha, they didn't see us.
So
We made it, guys.
So the perfect example of
Fucking idiots.
the perfect example of what Tyler just said is that so our boss Josh
Oh yeah, this was crazy.
was watching the eclipse with his kids, everything like that. They're looking at it. His mom comes out from next door and keeps telling them that they're missing it. They have to look over here. And Josh is like, no, it's behind clouds. Like, you can't see it. You gotta just watch this spot until the clouds move. And she's like, no, you're missing it. I see it right here. And he's like, you're fucking crazy. Don't know what you're looking at. It's right here. You have to look right here.
Josh even shows her a picture. He's like, this was a picture when the clouds weren't. And he's like, the sun didn't jump like a mile in that direction. Like,
Yeah.
Mom, it's just behind the clouds. Just give it a second.
And so Josh then comes in and tells us about this. And, we're joking around about it because Jenny and Jeff are very similar. And I'm like, yeah, Jeff kept saying that it was over and it was just the clouds going, and stuff like that. Well, then he sends me a link. And apparently a lot of planets were visible during the eclipse.
Like hyper
And she was
visible.
looking at, I believe it was Jupiter. You could see Jupiter. And people posted pictures of it of like, here's the eclipse and here's this just big ball. And she thought that was the sun.
It was so big.
Oh.
Like Jupiter was so big, it almost appeared to be the moon. That's how big Jupiter appeared to be.
That was another thing she was
That's how
saying.
clear it was.
She was saying, like, oh,
It was
it's
massive.
the moon. And Josh was like, no,
Massive.
do you know what an eclipse is? The moon and the sun are together. It's not over there. So, like, he didn't know what the fuck she was on about. But then he started seeing all these posts about how you could see a bunch of planets. If you had a clear
Jupiter,
sky, you would have been
Saturn.
able to see, like,
That's
3
cool
or
shit.
4 planets in the sky along with the eclipse. But she could see a fucking planet. And so I'm like, that's like a perfect example of it's magic. That's the whole premise behind any magician's trick. Look over here while I do something over here.
Art of deception.
Exactly.
So
Sleight of hand.
And
yeah, so it's
aliens are like,
everyone's looking at the eclipse over here and
Yeah.
telling her you're fucking crazy. The eclipse is right here when she was in
I-
fact
to
seeing
add
something
to
and it was a
that.
planet.
I have
Wow.
something to add to the deception part. What you
Okay.
just said, where you said the aliens are like, look over here,
Yeah.
and they're here. So there is a theory that I looked it up, and I was researching this a little bit ago because I was just curious about it, probably like a couple months ago, and that just reminded me of it. There is a theory. You know how we always talk about seeing spaceships in the sky?
Yeah.
What is one thing that they always talk about whenever a UFO sighting?
They're only in the U.S.
No, tell me how it goes. So the big thing.
Not a lot of other countries have
So,
sightings of UFOs.
There is some in other countries, but there. So you're kind of right. One thing is that it happens around where military testing is.
Yeah.
90% of the time.
Yeah, or like when we shoot rockets
Yeah.
into space and shit. Yeah.
Yeah.
So there's one other part of it. Explain to me what you think a UFO sighting looks like from stories.
Lights,
Like step by
and
step.
I was gonna say there's 3 lights. Normally, that's what it is 3 lights.
Or something stationary and it moves real
yeah.
fast
Like a
Where does it move?
Top and left.
in the sky. I don't know.
So if you actually listen to UFO sightings, it goes and then it drops. There is a theory that people think that these guys are in outer space when they're living in the oceans. They believe that there may be aliens that have ships that can go in water and like dive down.
Hollow Earth theory. Just saying.
Yeah, but that one's like
Or War of the Worlds.
that
Yeah.
one's super far fetched.
Oh,
Yeah, the
the
War of
cave
the Worlds.
system.
That's the
War
big
of the
thing.
Worlds, they believe that their ships have been here for thousands upon thousands of years.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's the thing is they believe that it ties to like cave systems and stuff.
Yeah.
And then also like those are the land dwelling ones that dwell underground.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's also theories that like you always see them go out to horizons and drop.
Yep.
Well, that's because their spacecrafts are so big. Well, not even spacecrafts, but their like vessels are so large. You see them and then it trails off and then it drops.
Yep.
Because they drop down and then they go down into water.
Yep.
Which is like a super cool theory. Because whenever you look at it and they're like, oh yeah, we've only been able to like map out or like actually explore like 5% of the ocean.
Yeah, and they're just
That's a
all hiding out
95% area of the entire world
that
where
we've never
We
seen
have no
before.
idea.
It all
yeah, we
goes
have
back
no
to
idea
the
what's down
megalodon.
there.
Yep.
And
So-
people talk about it. They're like they saw evidence of a lot of like creatures that have died over years. Like just take the Meg for example.
Yeah.
So like there was like some things that they talk about where they're like they were like apex predators and stuff, but it doesn't make sense 100% sometimes as to why. Like there's like theories and then people are like, "Oh yeah, like we have you know, like there's always been like these quote unquote proof of like the extinctions and stuff, but now people are like, yeah, like we're seeing like evidence that there's probably still megalodons that exist and stuff like
just
that.
recently there's a whale that their species only live for a set amount of time, and if this whale is as old to go back to the fucking time when Megs were, that whale is like a fucking scientific fucking miracle that it's still alive, and it has a bite out of it in a scar, and the only shark that has a mouth big enough is the Meg. And that was
Yeah.
recently discovered.
And that's what I mean. That's crazy because you think about it. If things are coming up where they're seeing like Megs coming back up,
Yep.
like they say that the big theory is that they drop down
Yeah.
to
they
like
move
lower
deeper.
levels of the sea. Like they evolved to be able to adapt to the lower levels. If they're starting to be pushed up, there's theories that they're like, oh, it's more activity So it's like kind of like shooing them out of the lower depths.
Right.
Like, hey, this is our territory now. Like, you guys move somewhere else.
Right.
And they're trying to like kind of surface back up.
Right.
It's really cool. Like, I listen to a lot of like weird ass podcasts and stuff. So like, I love
that
hearing
makes
this
me
shit.
think. Sorry, go ahead.
Oh no, it just makes complete sense. I mean, like, look, the coelacanth was supposed to be extinct for like 200 million years, and it's now we see them all the time. I mean, not all the time, but we can go literally record them if we want. Like, we know where they're at. Like,
Well, that's what when I was
like it's that's crazy.
when
you
we were
know?
talking about this the other day about the whole Meg thing. I had said I cannot remember the name of the species of shark, but they thought it was extinct for over 200 years, and they found that no, they still fucking exist. They just moved deeper in the ocean, and so that's why one of the biggest theories is that the Meg just moved deeper because sharks already have that capability. There's another species that has already evolved, adapted, moved deeper. So who's to fucking say that the Meg didn't? Like, to say any sea creature is extinct, I feel like is such a big stretch. Like,
Yeah.
Or any creature, really. I mean,
well,
Yeah.
I get ones on land. Like, there's no fucking reported sightings of a single goddamn one. That makes sense. But when you say that doesn't exist anymore, and you can't say that because you don't know what's in the ocean.
Right.
So how can
Yeah.
you say any ocean animal is extinct? Like, I get it. Their dead bodies aren't washing up on shores and shit like that. What if they don't live that close? Or what if they, like, something else fucking eats it, you know? Like, it could just be something where we're just not finding the fucking bodies.
Yeah, there's people that talk about that where they're like, there's an argument in that community that I heard a lot of people talk about it before, like even whenever I was in college and stuff for like biology and different stuff like that. They always said that like you can tell who's like actually like serious about it and an expert because they say like we find them to be extinct.
oh yeah,
Or like it's the way they word it.
Yeah.
But if people just say, "Oh yeah, it's because they're extinct," like there's, do you know that like the New Holland mouse?
yeah.
They found out that's not extinct anymore.
Yep. I was gonna say there's actually kind of a few that have come back from extinction.
Takahi?
There's a bird that straight up just re-evolved itself back into evolution. It
Hell yeah.
went extinct years ago and then
Is it
re-evolved
that one?
itself. No, I don't think it's that one.
Okay. I was gonna say because this has a similar story to it. So
You know, it went completely extinct, and then scientists were like, "That's the fucking bird," and it just had re-evolved itself back into like existence.
Or but who's
Yeah.
to say it did that? Or did it just not go fucking extinct? Maybe there was a very, very low count of them. But again, they adapt, they learn, they hide. The cave systems are so fucking massive. Who's to say that bird didn't just fucking duck into a cave and was like, oh, and then others followed. And then they lived in the fucking caves until they're like, you know what? We have enough. Let's go out into the public again.
No, I like the idea that he was completely gone and just was like, "I want to come back."
You know what?
Round 2.
No.
What's
Or
up,
like
fellas?
de-evolution.
Yeah. Or like freaking, like the Native American thunderbird, they always said was like a pterodactyl. And it's like,
What was it?
who's
They
to say that they weren't seeing a pterodactyl? Like, they would make sculptures and paintings of it. And you're like, that's obviously a pterodactyl. That's not even like remotely close to anything else in the world.
They just said there was something that was found that. The fantastic giant tortoise. Like, have you ever heard of that?
It feels like a children's book. The
Mega
giant
tortoise.
fantastic tortoise.
So it was like a really big one, and they were from, what was it, Galapagos? Oh, no, they were thought to be extinct, and then they found them
Oh,
at the Galapagos.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, and they were like, they've been extinct for, from what it says, like quite a while, and then they were found in 2019, just like,
Yeah.
and they're like, what the fuck? Like,
And you're like, you're an extinct
That's what I mean.
animal.
And to them, for some reason, it makes more sense to say that, like, it just fucking re-evolved itself. Why doesn't it make sense that it just fucking disappeared to protect itself?
Yeah.
Like, if someone's out here just mass murdering humans, let's say aliens fucking come and they're mass murdering humans, what are we gonna do? Hide until it's safe and come out and repopulate. Like, why is that so crazy that animals have that instinct too, to be like, fuck, right here, we're all dying. Let's move over there. And then, over there's safe again, we'll go back there. Like, it's not crazy. I don't know, I just think the whole extinction thing is a little much to label something extinct.
All this talk of like we have no idea what's in the ocean makes me think of the bloop. Do you guys know what the bloop is?
Oh yeah, that
sounds
weird ass sound.
It's the loudest sound ever recorded in the ocean, and it was recorded in 1997. They think it was made by a iceberg, or like,
Oh, I think I have heard of this.
yeah, but
I think I've heard of it from conspiracy theories.
Because no
Like
one
the
knows what it
Parcast sound?
actually was. They
Yeah.
can only speculate on what they think the sound recorded was.
Yeah.
Shout out to the bloop though. Gotta be one of my favorite sounds.
Tyler, what was that one shot that we did that didn't record? What time period was that?
That was the 1930s.
Give me the milkman. I want to be the milkman again.
Milkman in the 1930s. All right.
Milkman, 1930s.
Sounds
Yeah.
good. I like that.
You just
Hell
want to
yeah.
know everybody's address. That came in handy.
I want to give a fat guy some milk.
I am the milkman. My milk is delicious.
Cuckoo, cuckoo.
Who gave their answers so far? You four?
Everyone but you.
I'm the only one.
Yeah, because we
Come on,
went down a whole
bitch.
spiral of
We
aliens.
went down the
Okay.
Sorry
alien
about
path.
So to answer the question, getting back on topic, I will give you a serious answer. If I know what I know now, going back, I would be either in the 1930s or 1830s. Sorry, and I would be a gold miner
Ooh, okay.
Ooh.
right when it came out,
Ooh.
or 1880s, and I would be an oil tycoon.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You went
that's
the smart route.
That's
Yeah.
fucking
You
smart.
went the smart route, not the fun
Loser.
route.
I
Loser.
will
Listen.
say
You
The
just
fun
want that bread.
No, the fun route, if I knew what I knew now, would probably be prehistoric to fight dinosaurs.
Right?
It's
Like,
like
That's what I'm
dinosaurs.
saying.
I will say I don't think I want to go back to Native American times like Chris just said, because if I go back there, they're gonna be like, oh, Wendigo.
Yeah,
Put an arrow
that
in
is
my ass.
true.
Like,
they might worship you though.
That
Tall-
shit, Ghost
over the
Boy.
horizon.
I was gonna say,
Ghost boy.
tall, lanky motherfucker like you.
That Slender Man. We take him out.
Slender Man by the water buffalo.
Damn.
Many a moon we have waited for this. We must hunt.
Yeah. As soon as you hear that part, you're like, "Fuck!" Like,
Take me back, take me back.
are they gonna worship me or are they gonna hunt me? We
Oh,
must
my
hunt.
brothers.
Oh no.
Do you think if you put a group of furries back in ancient
I hope
Egyptian
so.
times that
I
they would
hope
get
so.
worshipped?
No,
Yes.
no. I thought you were gonna.
I think
say-
depending on the animal, yes.
You think they would just be like, oh.
If someone was dressed up as a cat, yes.
I'm sorry about your relationship. Your
What?
you know who I'm
Oh.
talking about.
It's okay. Sorry. It's okay.
I was just saying about eradicating them.
I was
and
like,
I'm sorry. I
You're
know.
good. He's low-key on the same page.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, not gonna lie, nowadays.
Oh, my brother, we must yif for our lords.
That made
No,
me
I
wanna
really,
die.
I really like the gold panning idea, sort of thing, gold mining, because
That
like
would
you'd
be
know
fun.
where it would
I think it
be,
would be fun.
but then like it's like it takes all like the fucking people dying in search for gold out of it. Like you know where the gold is, and then you just get the funny more gold. Like,
And the thing is like if I know what I know now, I could just be like, okay, what tools do I have? Okay, let me like build something for this.
Right.
Like I already know what the inventions are.
yeah.
And I'm like, I could probably kind of like
Get there quicker.
ragtag, like copy
Yeah.
these things.
Streamline
and you're
this
a guy,
process.
so you wouldn't be hung for being a witch.
Yeah.
It's true.
I want to be a witch hunter in the Salem witch trials.
My thing was, I was going to say, I want to be a witch.
I
I want to go back. And
I want to be the
witch.
guy that's in charge of placing the stones. That's all.
I want to.
It only happened to one of them. That was Giles Corey, and he didn't even kill. He killed a man and not a woman.
I just like. I want to go back and be able to read and do math. better than any of them.
I think I also, like, if I could just view, if I didn't have
Are
the
you
power
good
to
at
change anything, obviously I would change it if
Better
I could.
than they are.
But if I had the ability to view something, like just to witness the stupidity of humankind, it would be the witch trials.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
that whole idea of, like,
Bro, that was just an
we're gonna
excuse.
throw you in the water, and you're either gonna drown, and then don't worry, you're innocent,
Yeah.
or Satan's
float.
gonna save you. And it's like,
What? Or maybe I just know how to fucking swim.
That's the thing, though. A lot of the time, it was just an excuse to fucking murder people. But, like, it was like legal murder. If I wanted you dead, I could just be like, you're a fucking witch. I saw you do fucking witchcraft. And then I can just go fucking tell the
Yeah.
town, a witch,
it
a
was
witch.
just,
And
it
then
was
they
just
just
the
fucking
whole
kill
case
you.
of pointing fingers.
That's what
Well,
I mean. So it's just, if I wanted someone fucking dead, I could be like, a witch, a witch.
So if you actually do go back to the Salem witch trials, a lot of it was a land grab. A lot of the officials and like the sheriff and stuff, they wanted property that a lot of these other farmers had, but legally couldn't obtain because it wasn't up for sale, or it wasn't, you know what I mean, they weren't going through stuff.
Right.
So what happened was actually really cool wasn't really cool in the witch trials, but there was a man named Giles Corey, right? His wife was the first of all the quote unquote witches to be tried during the Salem witch trials, right? She was hung to death, right? And then they told Giles Corey that if he was to give up his property, that she could be buried instead of, like, you know, she
Oceaned.
could, yeah, she she could have a proper burial. He could give up the property, and nothing else would come harm to his family. He said, "Fuck you," whatever. So then they tried him as a witch, and he wouldn't say anything on trial. He said nothing, not a single word, because if he was convicted of being a witch, he lost all of his property rights, but he still had a son. So he knew that if he kept his mouth shut, that his property would go to his son, and the property still wouldn't be let to the faction.
I
or
wonder if
whatever
they
the
ever
fuck.
did anything to his
And-
son.
No, because his son, like, his son was not accused of anything, and they couldn't do anything. So what they did is they pressed Giles Corey to death. They put a board
They
on his
stoned
back, and they kept putting stones and stones until literally his last day. That was it.
Yeah.
Just didn't say shit. So his property was still intact at the end of it. And a lot of it, if you look back at all the witch trial things, it was just a land grab.
That's what I'm saying.
And
It was
that's
just a
all it was.
glorified way to get away with murder.
Yeah.
You could just
Yeah.
go and
Yeah.
be like, a
Yeah, but
witch,
it wasn't-
and then I get your shit.
I know, but that's what I'm kind of getting at. It wasn't like it wasn't like a bloodlust thing. It wasn't like we want you
no,
dead.
It wasn't
It was
murder.
like
That's
we
what I'm
want
saying.
what
It
you
was-
have, and this
Yeah.
is how we're gonna get it legally.
Murder for profit.
Yeah,
basically.
yeah,
what-
exactly.
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
saying it was just legal murder. That's what they were
Yeah.
like making it okay. They're like, yeah, let's give a reason to fucking kill this person.
Yeah,
so
you
we
didn't
can
mean
get
by
what they want.
bloodline. I get
Yeah,
what
no,
you
I'm
mean.
not saying
Yeah.
that they wanted to just go on a murdering spree. It was just they wanted to gain something.
Yep.
So they found a way to legally kill these people just to get whatever the fuck they wanted.
Side note, this is just real quick. Have you guys, since I know some of you I'm not asking you, some of you read, no, I'm just kidding.
I
Barely,
buy
but
3
continue.
books.
They're
I
manga.
might not. No, they're not. But I might not fucking read them.
Did anybody ever watch or read The Crucible?
We had
Yeah.
2 for school.
That book is so fucking good. I love that book.
I
With-
don't remember too much of the Crucible.
It
I'm
was
not
just
gonna
like
lie.
Abigail Williams, like, lusted for this older guy, and she was like an underage girl.
Yeah.
And they had like an affair, and then that's not in the book, but she like tries to like get him to like leave his wife and stuff, and he says no, so she accuses his wife because she gets caught with other girls dancing like naked in the woods and stuff.
Yeah.
And then it just starts a chain reaction,
Yep.
and it's just like a massive story about it. And then there's that famous line in it where he's like, John Proctor, like, before we hang you, what do you have to say? Like, tell us, you know, what you think, or like, it was either like beg for your life or something like that or whatever. And he's like, what do I have to say? He's like, I say God is dead. And he screams it right before they hang him. And I'm like,
Oh, yeah.
that is such a wild representation of that like time period.
Yeah.
And I'm like, the only reason I bring that up is because I feel like there was like something about a land grab in that as well.
I don't
remember though.
I think there was. They were
I didn't
trying
know
to
if you guys would
take over the
remember.
property. That's been a long ass time.
Yeah, I don't remember because it was like weird. Like they focused real hard on like Abigail and like all the townsfolk and all that stuff. But like I feel like there was a part in that book or movie where like one of like the quote unquote diplomats were like, oh yeah, like something about like John Proctor's wealth or something like that. And I was like, these motherfuckers.
Yeah, it's just for profit.
Anything else? No.
The glove didn't fit. All I'm saying.
Damn.
Whether he did it or he hired someone to do it, he was still guilty.
You got proof he hired someone? Didn't think so. Glove didn't fit. It's over. Bye-bye.
I don't know. When you run, that's pretty...
He wasn't
See you,
running.
love you,
He
miss
wasn't
you,
running.
bye.
He wasn't running.
Thank you all for listening to C&C Talks. If you like that episode and want to hear more, follow and subscribe to keep up to date. We have an Instagram and Facebook at Creatures and Cantrips and Twitter at Creature Cantrip. If you want your message to be read on the next episode, leave a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts. Like, share, comment. It'll help us immensely. I hope you all have a wonderful day.